Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and record this. I'm stuck in traffic. I've been stuck in traffic for a few hours now, going on 3, I think. Anyways, I've been doing some editing videos, so I want to give this a little record, a little 20-minute warm-up. I'm doing some high knees, warming up those hip flexors, charging them up, saying, hey, wake up, bucko. Trying to keep my feet at 90 degrees. I'm readjusting my feet. I'm making sure my feet are under my hips. And doing a few forward folds, trying to stretch all throughout my lower back, through my glutes and my hammies. Flat backing down, rolling all the way up. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to take a nice wide stance, and we're going to work on some squats, truthfully. Some nice, deep, wide squats. Our knees are tracing over our big toes, just a few, and then I'm going to do a few hip circles in both directions. We're warming up our hip flexors, you guys, our legs. Just making sure our lower half stays happy and mobile. I'm going to bend, bring my hands to the floor, and then rock, bending side to side. We're going to work on some lunges. Nice forward fold. See how deep you can go. It doesn't have to be super far. Leaning to one side, lunge, bring it through center, bringing it to the other side. Little bounces, not really holding anything static, just staying mobile, making sure my feet are pushing into the ground. And I'm going to go side to side one more time. Nice little pause. I like to have range of motion in my movements. Sue me, okay? Then I'm going to come up. Guess what? There's multiple ways you can do a lunge. So you can go side to side. You can come into a 90-90. This is just to keep your body moving, all right? If we're working on alignment, we'll work on that in a different movement. Now I'm giving my heart rate up just a little. Going into our shoulders now. We're going to roll our hands all the way up till it's above our head and then start stretching all the way back, big arms back. As we roll, we're going to start to incorporate our spine, opening our chest as our arms go back, tucking it all in. A nice little body wave with the body reaching forward, reaching back, all the way forward and all the way back. And then we're going to do a little body wave in between, like a little worm. Fingers, head, hips. Fingers, head, hips. And then we're going to naturally go forward. Are we? Or are we not? We're just going to go back the whole time? That's crazy, you guys. Normally I would go forward, and I wonder if I'm gonna, but... Normally you guys need to go forward, but apparently I felt the need just to go back. And then I'm wiggling at my body, opening up my chest, just seeing my range of motion, seeing what I can grab, see if I can grab my elbows, see if I can reach the middle of my back. I'm trying to feel my shoulder blades, lifting one arm up, literally just seeing my range of motion with my arms, pulling a little side to side, really reaching my hands away from my body. Ooh, and a big scoopity doop doop. If you don't ever do these, start small. Swooping over and around, over and around, flat back, over and around. Nice. And then we're placing our hands on the floor, and then we're going to come to our side. Wait now. We're in this little down dog, and I'm just kicking up with one leg at a time and trying to push my hips over my hands. One day I'll have a press up. This is what I'm practicing here, and I do each leg, and then I'm going to crouch down. I'm going to do a little bit more pushing into my hands, pushing up here. I'm stretching the backs of my legs, really pushing through my arms, pushing my body up and down, up, really pushing. We all see those fingers. They are tinted. Up and then down, up. And then I'm just kind of walking. I'm getting a lot more into my wrists. Here I'm going to do a few hops up, not too many, probably just one by the looks of it. Walking my hands out to a tabletop position, moving my hips side. This is what majority of my movements are, is I'm just moving with the flow. One hand is upside down. I'm stretching my wrists, stretching my scapulas. At some point I'm going to push into the backs of my feet. Right now I'm doing the backs of my hands. Or the tops of my feet. Right now I'm doing the tops of my hands, but I don't want to do that and the tops of my feet. See, here I'm going to push into my toes, push up onto my feet, little jumps because I'm practicing taking impact in my body. Get a water, take a breather, continue stretching your feet. We're going to come up and we're going to practice our balance a little. I'm bringing one foot down, the other leg behind me, just wiggling it around. I literally will stand on one leg and just move my body in different ways. This is Rocky. Look at him, neighborhood dog. I miss that guy. Hope he's doing okay. And then we're going to do naturally both sides. Yep, I'm kind of slinging my body across the leg that's standing. Just practicing on getting that balance up, bringing that back leg forward maybe. The goal is to keep standing. If I fall, I come right back to it, but most of the time I just try to wiggle my foot so I can continue standing. Look how far I'm getting on one leg. That's crazy. Look at me go. Up, and then I'll try to come on releve, come back down to the bottom of my foot, and then go to the other side. Y'all, once you add releve, once you've been practicing your balance a minute and you come up to the ball on your foot, your leg gets tired quickly. Let me just tell you, it is kind of hard, I won't lie. Every time I do something that intense, I like to stretch out my feet. I'll roll it up onto the tops of my feet. I'll roll them in one direction, the other direction. Maybe I'll go up to my knees even. But I do like to give it a good stretch out. And then send it on back into a lunge. Give it a little back arch. You don't have to go this far back. You could just be reaching up to the sky. Oh, look, that's Buddy! Switching your feet naturally. Stretching both legs. Put it down. Buddy passed away recently, this past year. I miss him. Don't get me started. I will cry. We're going to take our legs. We're going to switch them on over. So top knee goes to the ground. Back knee goes up. Switching it back over. And I just moving the different ways my body will move. I don't move it where I feel like there's pain. I'm sitting my hips back. I'm sitting on my foot as best as I can. Pulling through the backs of my knees, stretching out my hammy, really pointing that front toe. And then after you've sat here for a few seconds, we're going to come up and we're going to push forward into our lunge. That's right. And then if it's possible, hi Rocky, we're going to bend in that back knee and lift for that back foot. You can either go same arm, same leg, or opposite arm, opposite leg. Obviously, I'm going for the same arm, same leg because I just want a nice quad stretch. I'm really arching my chest, pushing my chest forward, pulling my head away from my body up to the sky. And then I'm also trying to send my hips down to the ground, down to the ground, down to the ground. Releasing that foot, sending that leg back. Giving my hips a little swivel, my spine a little swivel, just keeping myself nice and fluid because if you don't move it, you lose it. Walking out my wrists. I have bad wrists. I fractured mine the summer before first grade, and then I'm on my phone a whole bunch, and then I dance, so just a lot on the wrists. Here I put my fingertips toward my body, and then I send it up, pushing into the backs of my feet, sending it up into a nice booty high plank up into like a down dog version, but I'm on the tops of my toes. You don't have to be on the tops of your toes, right? I'm just extra like that. So if you want to be extra, be on the tops of your toes. Sending it back, child's pose. And if you're smart, you're going to do it on the other side. Pushing those hips down, pushing your feet equally into the ground. If it's accessible to you, we're pushing ourselves up to this high-low lunge situation, and then we're going to reach for that back leg. And I'm still going to go same arm, same leg. I'm bringing that inside arm down to the ground and reaching my outside arm to that foot. I like to grab the inside of my foot and try to pull it toward the outside of my body while squeezing my glute so I can see if I can engage the outside of my leg. If you notice when you raise your leg up and down, sometimes they want to go wonky ways. And my goal is to keep it as straight as possible so my lines are pretty. Period. Bringing it back into that runner's lunge variation. I say variation because with the runner's lunge, if I believe your hip should be over your knee. And here we're going all the way back. I didn't sit on this foot. I think it's because this foot's tighter. Sitting here for a few seconds. Also, I'm pushing my foot forward while I'm pointing it. And then when I'm ready, releasing that leg, pushing the leg down in the opposite direction. When you work out your limbs, think about it for a second. It might feel good to do the opposition, giving myself a nice little twirl, engaging my hip flexors, lifting my leg, swinging them around. Ooh, we all love a little pigeon pose. If you want this, you can have it. You know, sometimes we just need a little bit of follow along, and it's a little misguided, mostly because this is my own practice. But if you know how to do a pigeon pose, and you know how to do a lunge, and you know how to do your 90-90s, and you know how to do child's pose, and you know how to do down dog, then there's no reason you can't follow along with these. Turn on some music, listen to my voice yap. I'm telling you what to do. And I'm just chillaxing, relaxing, shooting some b-ball. I'm going into a forward fold, flexing my feet, pulling my toes to my face, pushing my knee pits to the ground. I'm trying to keep my back straight, but that's just always a practice. Inhaling to elongate, exhaling to fold forward. I can feel this in my low back for sure. Reaching forward. And then if I'm being honest, truthfully, this is the end of it, because I'm going to find this block. You don't need a block. You can literally just lay down on the ground. But I like stretching my spine in different areas. And this is how I like to end sometimes. Just a nice little reset. I'll keep it here. I'll move it further up my spine. And then lastly, I'm going to move this block up just a little bit further. Engaging my abs, really rolling everything in. I'm not trying to like hoist myself up. I'm really trying to engage and roll off this block. I'm going to roll down. This may need to go a little higher. I think I move it a little higher. And then I'm going to open up. And then I'm just going to like kind of just transcend here for a little bit. My arms are going to go out to the side. And I'm just going to vibe. So thank you guys for watching. Have a beautiful day. Get some movement in. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just enough to stay capable. I love you. Pray that I start moving soon, because I'm still stuck in traffic. I've been here since 3 o'clock. It is 6:30.